organization. You went to Arizona because you've got faith from an organizational perspective, the manner in which they're moving forward. You like that. DeAndre Hopkins is there talking to you about, what the organization is like and what their potential is. And oh, by the way, it doesn't hurt. I understand, Max. It's not a state with no state income tax. It's not one of the 9 states in America that doesn't have any state income taxes. But the taxes in Arizona are pretty low.
23 mil.
That's right. People. That's right. 23 million guaranteed. 2-year, $31 million. But people that's living in Arizona are usually people that want that California weather without the California taxes. So they move close enough to Arizona where the weather's not quite identical, but it's close enough. And it's only like a 45-minute flight to L.A. if you want to, but you don't have to be that far removed from the weather conditions that exist in Southern California. That's what that's about. Now, J.J.Watt, that's not the most popular thing to say. That's not the thing that makes headlines. That's not the thing that makes you say, it just touches your heartstrings. Nobody's going to do that. So it's all right to sit up there and say, I came here because I believe in Kyler Murray. Excuse me, playing with your brother, TJ and Derek in Pittsburgh, that wouldn't have been bad. Going to Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers, that wouldn't have been bad. But it's cold. It's cold in Lambeau Field. It's cold in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The only thing they got there is Aaron Rodgers and cheese. That's about it, okay? And Milwaukee's about an hour away or so, all right, with the Great Freak. And J.J. Watt, he ain't trying to travel that much. Bottom line is, all I'm saying, I'm not saying he doesn't believe in Kyler Murray, but don't tell me that's the reason he's there. I came here because I believe in you. Stop it. You believed in Deshaun Watson. You still left Houston. We understand what time it is. It's that weather. You understand? It's with the weather without the taxes, all right? And it's probably where you're going to plan on retiring and chilling out once your playing days are over. So why not go there and get stuff settled down? So once you decide not to play, you don't have to be looking for a new crib in your retirement days. You can do that right now. That's what this is about. Ain't about no damn Kyler Murray.
No, I think you're wrong on this. Look, you're saying things that may be true. You can check that off. Good weather, or at least warm weather, and all that stuff. But will you stop with you should go play with TJ and the Pittsburgh Steelers? By the way, that's just pure homerism on your part.
Oh, you mean what you do with Big Blue and the Giants every day?
And you're trying to come up with a well, okay, fine. And when you call me out on it, I admit it.
Well, Matt, you lost all credibility when you gave him a nickname. When you gave him a nickname, you called him Danny Dimes. you gave Daniel Jones a nickname. If that ain't homerism, what is? If that ain't homerism, what is? Danny Dimes. Come on.
Guilty. Okay, fine. But now that was then, this is now. Why you got to bring up old stuff? Look. He believes in Kyler Murray. I believe that. And yeah, he believed in Deshaun Watson. But you know what? Deshaun Watson doesn't believe in the Texans anymore. So he doesn't know that Deshaun Watson's going to be there. He probably thinks he won't be there, right? So he's going to bounce. Now, what's the number one thing? Because he had some options. Green Bay, I don't think, was one of them. How do they afford them? They don't have the cap space. But he probably had some options. I imagine several teams wanted J.J.Watt and were willing to pay for it. So you could say, well, it's the $23 million guaranteed. But he can get millions and millions guaranteed from several different places. I think that among the likely candidates, he is looking for a competitive situation where he believes in the quarterback. When DeAndre Hopkins got traded, it wasn't his idea. He got traded from the Texans. What did we all think? Damn, Deshaun Watson. He sees his guy have to go play with Kyler Murray, right? What Deshaun Watson's loss was Kyler Murray's game. And we also knew, Kyler Murray, who has a chance to develop into something special because he's already pretty good. With DeAndre Hopkins, that's real. Yes, J.J. Watt, Stephen A. What do I say? Game, recognize game. Real, recognize real. J.J. Watt sees Kyler Murray and says, yup, that's a baller. And that makes a difference. Doesn't mean it's the only reason that he's going, but I'll bet you he wasn't going to wind up on a team, and he didn't, where he looks at the quarterback, says, nope, that guy's not a baller. He's basically saying that dude's a baller. If they didn't have him, I wouldn't be here.
I'm not trying to say the man doesn't believe in Kyler Murray. I'm not trying to call Kyler Murray some scrub. I know what a young stud he is. What I'm saying is when he stands before the microphones and say, that's why I chose Arizona, I don't believe that's the primary reason. That's all I'm saying. And I think that I think all those reasons I gave are pretty damn profound, okay? When you sit up there and you think about the weather, the taxes, the defense, all right? All of those things. What's his plans for retirement? It's only a 2-year deal. I mean, I think those reasons are far more profound than Kyler Murray. I'm sorry. Now, he's a part of the equation because you certainly don't want to go to a situation that doesn't have a quarterback. I understand that. But let's not act like, oh, my Lord. And you know what? I had to come to Arizona because of this kid. This kid right here is why J.J.Watt. Now, DeAndre Hopkins tried to say it was a free agent and he chose Arizona and he said that, I'd believe him because he's the wide receiver and that man's going to be throwing him the football. But J.J.Watt trying to get sacks alongside Chandler Jones on the defensive line for the Arizona Cardinals, who's been in Houston, a no-state income tax state, by the way, in Texas, okay? He's been in Houston all of these years. When I think about all of those things and it being similar to California weather, but not with the taxes, come on now. That's all I'm trying to talk about here.
Look,
right?
I would love for a player like J.J. Watt to come out and say there are 23 million guaranteed reasons why I signed with Arizona. But I don't
Doesn't
really
mean anything with the
think
taxes.
that's what it is. We just showed the graphic, Stephen A. I mean, it doesn't hurt. We just showed the graphic. Kyler Murray's QBR, and we know year 2 is really the development year. That's where you want to see, like, why am I not high on Danny Dimes anymore? Why is it Danny Nichols? Year 2, I didn't see the development. Kyler Murray, QBR, you saw it. 57 and change as a rookie, pretty good. Almost 70 as a second-year player. He's trending up and fast, and J.J. Watt saw it.
Let me tell you something, Max Kellerman, and I'm going to put it out there. Molly, could y'all get that off the screen? And then listen to me, man, because Max Kellerman, you know this stuff, but we're going to crystallize it for the American people right now. Could y'all put me on camera, please, and let me break this down? Max Kellerman, 23 million divided by 2 means 11.5 million. All right? Because that's what Uncle Sam is coming for. All right? That's automatic. And then after that, Max Kellerman, you got an additional 13% if you're talking about the state of California. All right? That's going to dwindle it even more. All right? I mean, listen, man. I mean, everybody, it's actually a disservice to these professional athletes when we just throw out the number. Oh, the $31 million. Oh, the $23 million in guaranteed money. Well, I mean, that's what you gross. Damn it, what matters is what you net, what you go home with, okay? And what he would go home with if he was in California with Aaron Donald.
How would he do it on $10 million a year?
Would be less than $10 million. Would be less than $10 million. But being in Arizona, well, guess what? It's a few million more.